Bro, when people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. Him. Everybody else too. I mean, win.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great.
You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Gervonta Davis recently stirred controversy on X when he claimed that after Terence Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez, he believes he could beat Crawford himself. Davis confidently stated, "I'll swing on him for real," doubling down on his challenge and vowing to train harder than ever. He emphasized that he wants respect in the sport and a real chance to prove himself among boxing's elite. However, Davis's comments were met with sharp criticism from analysts. Many felt that instead of dismissing Crawford's historic win over Canelo, Davis should have shown respect. Crawford accomplished what many thought was impossible, defeating Alvarez in decisive fashion. To belittle such a legendary achievement, critics argued, was not only disrespectful but also unworthy of a fellow fighter.
Dominated a first ballot Hall of Famer, a 4-division champion, a 2-time undisputed super middleweight, and was the reigning undisputed 168-pound super middleweight world champion. Superstar boxer, Saul Canelo Alvarez, who is now 63 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws, 39 wins by way of knockout. And Gervonta Tank Davis, I'm not even gonna read off his accolades because what he did is just nasty work. And this is your king that y'all be praising. Gervonta Tank Davis, instead of applauding the accomplishment, just tip your hat. Just tip your hat. Hey, salute. And if you don't want to salute him, guess what? Just don't say nothing. Just don't say nothing. If you don't want to salute that man, just don't say nothing. Right? And so, Gervonta Tank Davis takes to social media because the boxing world is praising Terence Crawford for what he did. After Gervonta Tank Davis, when the fight was announced, when Terence Crawford was saying he wanted to go up from 154 to 168, Gervonta Tank Davis said he was doing it for the money, not for the legacy.
Long before this recent controversy, Terence Crawford had already spoken openly about Gervonta Davis. Crawford didn't hold back. He questioned whether Davis truly takes risks in the ring, suggesting that Davis often avoids opponents who could really test him. He even labeled Davis more of a talker than a risk-taker. Crawford went further, admitting he simply doesn't like Davis on a personal level. That means if the two were ever to face each other, it wouldn't just be about competition. It would be personal, adding another layer of intensity to an already explosive matchup.
He would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your.
I don't like nothing about him. I just felt like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
Bill Haney, the father and trainer of Devin Haney, also weighed in on the situation. He dismissed Gervonta Davis's bold claims, making it clear that Tank could never replicate what Terence Crawford accomplished. Haney argued that Davis should quit trolling bigger fighters and instead focus on proving himself in his own weight class. According to Haney, Tank belongs at 147 pounds, not chasing champions in divisions that don't suit him. To Haney, Davis's remarks weren't about real competition at all, but simply a publicity stunt designed to grab attention.
Ask your thoughts on Tank saying he'd knock out Terence in 6 rounds. You think he was playing, trolling, what? Selling tickets to his new fight?
Was that like his tweets? Like his
Nah, he said
he
it
said it
audio.
on video.
Huh?
He said audio. He said it. He's like, if I tap that chin, you know he chinny.
Listen, Terrence has already hired us, Randy the little guy. Anybody 130, 26, 30, 35, you know, Gray Russell, Tank Davis, you cannot go to get to Terence Crawford without going through us. Rolly Romero, leave Earl Spence alone. You see what I'm saying? You come over here and you get that ass whooping too. You know what I mean? Leave them big guys alone. Stop trolling them, right? They're best 147 pounders in the world, and they're the best 140 pounders for a reason.
Trainer Greg Hackett spoke passionately about Terence Crawford's historic victory over Canelo Alvarez, calling it one of the greatest accomplishments in modern boxing. He explained that Crawford now has nothing left to prove, having achieved something the sport hadn't seen in generations. Hackett reminded fans that not since the days of legends like Bob Fitzsimmons and Henry Armstrong had a fighter climbed through so many weight classes and dominated an opponent as respected as Canelo. What made the moment even more powerful, Hackett stressed, was the way Crawford won, not by luck or a close decision, but through a flawless, clinical performance that erased all doubt. In Hackett's view, this victory cements Crawford's status as one of boxing's all-time greats. He insisted that critics no longer have any grounds to question Crawford's legacy. His record speaks for itself. Hackett concluded by saying that Crawford has silenced every critic, secured his place in history, and now deserves to enjoy his success without responding to negativity. For Hackett, this was the very definition of greatness.
Strong held them all at the same time. Legendary shit. He goes in there and beats arguably the best fighter, or one of the best fighters of his era, regardless of weight class. What was your thoughts on the performance?
The performance was like clean, like it was real. It was times where it was close calls. Like it looked like Canelo might, like damn, Canelo might get him right there. You know what I mean? Bud found a way out, slip up out of there. He worked behind his jab real good, footwork real good. You know, setting the pace. He was creating what I like to call spider web in there. You know what I'm saying? That's basically setting traps with your movement. The part I didn't expect was for Canelo to really approach Bud like Bud, you know, like he was just gonna punch on Bud. He was looking. What I mean by that is Canelo when he would hit Bud to his hips or like on the shoulder, because I seen him do it a few times. He was like, Canelo was like looking for those results that he usually get when he do those things. And I was like, I can't believe he's looking at Bud like that. Like he's really trying to play Bud. I mean, on the low. He know Bud can fight, but it was like, I'm gonna hit, all right, when I hit you in your hip, you gonna act right. I mean, when I hit you in your shoulders, you gonna act right. And you can tell Canelo's been spoiled over the years. Canelo's gotten better, a lot better. And Canelo is a legend for sure. But you could tell he's imposed his will on a lot of guys and won off of his poker face alone. You know what I mean? Along with the punishing shots.
Although Terence Crawford has openly admitted he doesn't like Gervonta Tank Davis, he hasn't completely ruled out the possibility of fighting him. Crawford has been clear. If Davis is serious, he needs to step up to 147 pounds, where the fight could happen on fair terms. For Crawford, taking that fight would serve two purposes. It would silence Davis's constant trash talk and give him another opportunity to prove himself against a big-name opponent. But he insists the responsibility lies with Davis. If Tank truly believes in what he's saying, then he has to back it up in the ring, not just with words outside of it. Crawford's stance reflects his confidence. He welcomes the challenge, knowing that even if Davis steps up, the odds will still remain firmly in Crawford's favor.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if you want to dare to be great. He can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes. And, you know, daring to be great.
You a fighter.
Man, tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin. So tell him to come and touch it.
Wow. Devontae said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147
Ooh,
for him.
see, oh man.
You're gonna have a pre-count.
Then what the people gonna say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
I don't know.
DJ Rom, a well-known boxing analyst, praised Terence Crawford by emphasizing his rare versatility and complete mastery inside the ring. In his view, Crawford isn't just a skilled champion, he's one of the very few fighters who can truly do it all at the highest level. Rom explained that Crawford's greatest strength lies in his adaptability. Whether it's a heavy puncher, a slick counterpuncher, or a relentless pressure fighter, Crawford always finds a way to adjust. He can blend offense and defense seamlessly, switching strategies in a way that leaves opponents constantly second-guessing themselves. According to Rom, Crawford is a once-in-a-generation athlete. His understanding of distance, timing, and angles sets him apart from everyone else in the sport today. Watching him fight feels less like a contest and more like a demonstration of artistry, each adjustment like a precise brushstroke on a canvas. For Rom, Crawford is more than a champion. He's a problem solver in the ring, capable of breaking down and dismantling any style placed in front of him. His ability to dominate under any circumstances has convinced many that his legacy will stand unmatched for years to come. Clearly, Crawford outclassed his latest opponent, just as Rom predicted. That's it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. Stay connected, and until next time.